light 'em up, beat me up, the only GOAT, the genius one. They switching sides, I seen it coming, the plot twist, a convenient one.
I didn't want to watch this Patrick vid. This my man's too. Like, he dropped a good video, gang. I didn't want to watch this Patrick vid. Like, he dropped a good video, gang.
Jeffrey Epstein.
But I'm gonna see it. Fine, just watch it. I give permission, brother. I don't need anyone in this chat's permission to do anything. On God, on my soul.
Did not operate alone.
What are you
His
talking
illegal
about?
trafficking enterprise was
Say on God, Jay-Z was fucking all kids. Cat.
built around celebrities who never thought they'd
No. Stop. They're trolling. On God, he didn't. On God, he didn't. No, he didn't, nigga. No, he didn't, nigga. Tony Hawk did not fuck on no kids. You lying.
be exposed. And after 3.5 million documents were publicized
Tony Hawk?
revealing the inner workings of the most disturbing criminal operation in modern history, celebrities are praying they won't be mentioned in this video. But nobody's
Nigga
safe.
said every
While
celebrity
names like
did.
Elon Musk, Bill Clinton, and President Donald Trump were expected to be in the files,
Bro.
there were a ton of shocking names.
How is this nigga touching kids, gang? Yo, bro, like, this is just sad, bro. Like, yo, nigga just taking what he could get, nigga. Jesus, man. Holy fuck.
that nobody expected.
Pusher T.
So in this video,
Who the
I
hell is
want to
that?
focus
Dr.
on the
Seuss?
celebs that were
Justin Bieber?
connected to Jeffrey Epstein that nobody seems to be talking about. From the ones that claim they did nothing more than take a picture, to others that were deeply entangled in his secret
Nigga,
network. The
he was a
first is not a
victim?
politician, not a
Face Banks?
CEO, but a
Say on
magician,
God.
David Copperfield. Perhaps
Who's
he
that?
wasn't your first guess, but David Copperfield certainly isn't a
Who's
stranger
that?
to controversy. In 2007, he made headlines after being accused of essaying a woman named
SMH, man. SMH, man.
Lacey L. Carroll. She claimed that Copperfield had lured her to his private Caribbean island under the false pretense of helping her jumpstart a modeling career and then assaulted her. A federal investigation was conducted for 2 years until early 2010 when the case was dropped by the courts. Copperfield not only proclaimed that the allegations were false, but that he was actually the victim.
Finally, things, come to light. Unfortunately, in the press.
Yo, nigga, a grown man that's a magician? Nigga, you a pedophile, gang. Yo, you a grown-ass man and you a magician? Nigga, you a pedophile, nigga.
People remember the charge, they don't remember the exoneration.
Exactly. Not only exoneration, but I was the victim.
Throughout 2004 and
What?
2005, David had left 16 different messages for Epstein, indicating that the two had a close personal relationship. In one message,
What?
he even affectionately referred to himself as Magic David.
Whoa, imagine a nigga tell you, pull up to this party with Big Ep and Magic David. Nigga, my heart would drop. I'd be scared as hell. Yo.
Legal representatives for Copperfield denied he ever personally reached out to Jeffrey.
Isn't this the pedo from TikTok? People actually watch him. I know you not talking about me. The fuck? Who the hell are you? Yo, how is that a first time message in my chat? Who the hell are you? Dude.
Any messages that were left would have been left by our client's office in response to a request by Epstein for tickets to a show. On top of that, they made it clear
Wait, do
that
niggas
Copperfield
actually go
was
to
not a friend
magic
of
shows,
Jeffrey
bro?
Epstein. However, the recent file dump paints a much different picture. It is true that Epstein frequently purchased tickets for David Copperfield's shows.
Really?
However, it's also made clear that the two had a close personal relationship, with Copperfield being directly referred to as a friend of Jeffrey's.
Oh,
However,
why
this
do
was
these niggas not just text though? Like, no weird shit. Like, why these niggas not just, like, why did they not just text me?
just the tip of the iceberg, as the details of Copperfield's 200007 investigation
Like, why was
found
they
their
emailing?
way into
They're
the released
old?
Epstein files.
Is that what old
During
niggas
the
do?
investigation, multiple alleged victims and witnesses were interviewed by the FBI. After Jeffrey Epstein's name was mentioned, the FBI wanted to see if the two had a criminal relationship. It
What the
reads,
fuck?
a review of the evidence seized from search warrants executed on Copperfield's residence
This will be going down in Vegas, chat. Maybe I should never go to Las Vegas, bro. Maybe I should stay in, you feel me? Maybe I should never go to Las Vegas, bro.
warehouse, and at the MGM Grand Hollywood Theater where he performs, show a number of other occasions when he provided complimentary tickets to Epstein and
Oh
his
my god, I
guests.
just got a Hinge notification. Is she bad? 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 that a kid, bro? What the fuck? Nigga, she has braces. Dude. The fuck? Nigga. Holy shit.
Epstein's name and information is contained within Copperfield's personal telephone list. A clear connection.
I remember
between
when niggas used to
and
have physical telephone books, though. My grandma used to have like a physical telephone book.
Epstein exists that requires further investigation to determine if they both shared a predilection for minors. In addition, the investigation needs to determine if they engage in referring possible victims to each other. Shortly after his name was revealed to be in the files, The Guardian published an article revealing that 16 different women had accused him of SA over the span of nearly 4 decades. More than half are alleged to have been teenagers, with one of them being as young as 15 years old. One of the girls supposedly was also a victim of Epstein and claimed that Copperfield asked if she was, quote, aware that girls were getting paid to find other girls for Epstein.
Oh, hell no. Imagine niggas is like, you go to that one high school with all the bad bitches? Like, I'm saying if they said that, like if Epstein said that, he was like, if you give me 5 of your friends, I'll give you 10 bands. That's probably the type time that they was on. Dead ass. That was probably the type time that they was on. No troll.
If this was true, that would heavily imply that David was well aware of the trafficking operation.
I know that sounded bad.
Potentially a part of it. But David vehemently denies any wrongdoing. His lawyer said, our client did not know about Epstein's horrific crimes. Like the rest of the world, he learned about it from the press.
Why all them niggas act like they don't know, bro? Nigga, you knew, gang.
But when people saw this photo of Copperfield cozied up in a bathroom robe, hugging on Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey's second in command, they doubted that David had no idea what was going on. Additionally, an FBI memo sent from an agent who investigated Copperfield in 2007 claimed that he and Epstein had a, quote, very close relationship. In August of 2007...
So, yo, like, is this some Diddy shit? Like niggas was letting niggas fuck his wife? So I remember Diddy used to let niggas fuck his girl in front of him and like watch in the corner and shit. Like he was on that type of time.
Seattle FBI opened an investigation on David Copperfield in a relationship to a R-word of a young female. The investigation showed that Copperfield trained his employees to identify young females, teens to early 20s, in the audience of his shows. The females were separated from their boyfriends, families, and husbands and were brought backstage. Copperfield's employees were given access to a notebook that instructed them on how to provide Copperfield with females. He kept a notebook with
but don't a lot of artists do this? Like they get niggas to go grab girls and bring them backstage. Not grab them, but like, feel me? Like go get girls and bring them backstage.
Included in the notebook that contained contact information, whether he had X with them, and a photograph. I don't know if any of his victims were underage. There were allegations that he drugged some of the females. Considering Copperfield's history of allegations, the multiple FBI investigations on him, and the fact that he seems to have blatantly lied about his ties to Epstein, David Copperfield finds himself at the center of a PR nightmare.
Are niggas like this going to jail or no?
As a world-famous illusionist, there's nothing he can do to make this scandal disappear. But if you thought Epstein rubbing shoulders with magicians was weird, you'll be suspicious of his relationship with NASCAR driver Brian Vickers.
Brian who? Hold on. This nigga a magician. How much money he got? Net worth. How the fuck does a magician have $1 billion? How the fuck does that even make sense? How the fuck does a magician have $1 billion, bro? How? How does that even make sense, bro? Like, what the fuck? How? Nigga, what the fuck?
But before we dive deeper, at this point in my life, the most important thing to me is my health. I might have ignored it as a co-conspirator to get. In 2015, Brian married a woman named Sarah Kellen, who is accused of assisting Epstein in his ex-trafficking operation all the way back to 2000.
What the fuck is that logo? That shit look creepy as fuck, nigga. I don't even know what that is. That shit look mad creepy, gang. What the fuck is that logo?
2003. Sarah's name can be found multiple times inside of Jeffrey Epstein's 2008 indictment, where she was listed as a co-conspirator. When Epstein was arrested a second time in 2019, her name began making the rounds in articles discussing the many behind-the-scenes faces who kept his operation afloat. Sarah publicly challenged the narrative that she played a part in Epstein's...
Yo, I mean, obviously though, Chad, let's say you get caught touching kids. Obviously that would never happen. But nigga, if niggas ask you, was you touching kids, nigga, you're not gonna say yes. Nigga, duh, you gonna say no. The fuck? Of course you gonna say no, nigga. Why would you say yes?
Trafficking ring, actually framing herself as a victim of his and claimed to have been
obviously
frequently
all these
subjected
niggas
to
are gonna
abuse
say
at his
no.
hands. However, the filings tell a different story. Sarah was found to have scheduled flights for Epstein and his victims, as well as facilitating those same victims to...
Hello Yusuf, and my 10-year-old son love watching your streams and videos.
Thanks,
Can you
bro.
do me a favor and say happy birthday to me? I turn 17 tomorrow, thanks.
Wait, what? You're 16 with a 10-year-old son? Is that even possible? Wait, what? You're 16 with a 10-year-old son? The only way that's possible is that even possible? I don't even think that's possible, bro. On God. I don't think this is possible.
Perform massages for
I
Epstein.
don't think that's possible.
One victim under the pseudonym of Carolyn alleged that Kellen took nude photos of her when she was underage.
What if he's a boy? He
Sarah
is a boy.
Kellen is accused of serving as Ghislaine Maxwell's second-in-command, taking over many of her responsibilities and directly facilitating the abuse of countless numbers of victims. By the time Brian Vickers married Sarah, she had allegedly moved on from her role in the operation, avoiding jail time as a part of Epstein's non-prosecution agreement, cutting her losses, and starting off a new life as an interior designer. However, the ties to Epstein don't stop there. Brian also had a personal relationship with...
Imagine you marry a girl and then you find out she used to run duos with Jeffrey Epstein, gang.
The Predator, which both predates and overlaps with his marriage to Sarah. In 2012, Brian forwarded an email to Epstein titled Male Fairy Tale, which I recommend that you pause and read because it...
Once upon a time, a prince asked a beautiful princess, "Will you marry me?" The princess said no. What? Huh? I can't read all this, bro. My, you know what I'm saying? The prince lived happily ever after and rode motorcycles and fucked skinny, big-tittied broads and hunted. What the fuck does hunted mean? And went to naked bars and dated women half his age. Huh?
Is hilariously pathetic, but since the email itself is romantically graphic, it indicates that Brian and Epstein were close enough to discuss these explicit subjects. The recent file dump also shows a prenuptial agreement for Brian Vickers and an unnamed spouse. We can assume the spouse
What
is...
the fuck does hunting mean? Y'all go hunting? Imagine you talk to a girl and she's in a Ken Carson music video. Bro, we all know I'm better than Ken Carson anyway, bro. Let's be honest.
Likely Sarah Kellen, because Epstein also sent an email to a Sarah K that says, "Is you prenup not finished? Anything you want me to do?" Brian's name shows up in various other places in files. In one email, Brian inquires about potentially meeting up to go bowling together, and others show mortgage loans taken out in his name. However, one of the most troubling emails comes from as recently as 2019, when Brian sent Jeffrey Epstein a video for Valentine's.
Bring him Malik with you to the party? Yeah, he's cameramaning.
Valentine's Day. It reads, "Thought you would like this. Happy Valentine's, buddy. Winky face." It's uncertain what this video is, but considering it was Valentine's Day and the two had actually explicit conversations before, in addition to their friendship and ties spanning nearly 2 decades, people are assuming the worst. The NASCAR driver's personal relationship with Epstein, along with his wife's history as being an integral piece of the ex-trafficking operation, leaves more questions about their marriage than answers. And the two notably divorced in 2025. A couple of weeks ago, Brian randomly posted a selfie to Twitter while fans begged him to address his
We're not gonna forget. Yo, that's the worst thing. If you ever do some bullshit and niggas on Twitter find out, they gonna spam "we're never gonna forget" under every single thing you post for the rest of time, gang. They gonna spam that every day for the rest of time, brother. This is
obvious
over,
ties
gang.
to Epstein. But if you thought it was shocking that Jeffrey Epstein's network expanded into professional sports athletes, it actually gets crazier, as he was also connected to owners of professional sports teams, like Steve Tisch, owner of the New York Giants.
This is why we don't fuck with the New York Giants. We're fans of the New York Jets. Nice.
Emails reveal Tisch had a close relationship with Epstein, as the two frequently met up for Giants games and even personal meetups at his home. They also had personal discussions about redacted women, such as this email titled "Ukrainian Girl." Tisch writes, "Hi Jeffrey, I just had lunch with your assistant's friend, redacted. Very sweet girl. Do you know anything about her? Thanks, Steve." Epstein responds, No, but I will ask. All confidential. I will get all info. Did you contact the great ass fake tit redacted? She's a character. Short term. Has an older boyfriend going to acting school. A 10 ass. I'm happy to have you as a new, but obviously shared interest friend.
Obviously shared interest. Nigga, what interest you sharing with Jeffrey Epstein, nigga? I know it's not that y'all like the same flavor of ice cream, gang. What shared interest you got with Jeffrey Epstein, nigga?
Steve Tisch then asks if the girl is a professional ex-worker or a regular civilian.
Pro or civilian? Gang, what the fuck did that mean? Nigga. Pro, nigga? Nigga said is she a pro or a
To which Epstein
civilian?
cryptically responds, send me a number to call. I don't like records of these conversations.
Yo.
Only for Epstein to report back to Tish, you did very well. She wants to go to the play. She is a little freaked out by the age difference, but go slow and wait.
What? Huh?
I really advise everyone to bust a nut and watch a Yusuf stream with post-nut clarity. Really changes your mind about him.
Huh?
I will try to convince her not to return to Ukraine. Having her crying worked. If Epstein was
Having her crying worked? Nigga, what? Bro.
concerned about records of this conversation, many are assuming that the two men were discussing some sort of illegal activity. And with Epstein's track record, it's hard to imagine they're simply discussing consenting
Jeffrey
adult
Epstein
workers.
probably got cheese
Another
dick,
email
bro.
correspondence shows Epstein trying to connect Steve to more girls. Steve asks if he can expect any trouble. Epstein suggests inviting a Russian girl and gives Steve's her contact information. One
hell?
conversation shows Epstein mentioning that he has a new present for Steve.
What the hell, bro? Nigga, who the hell calls girls? Why would you mourn a worthless fish? Who the hell is Gunner? Damn, nigga. The fuck? Damn.
And asks for a time to meet for lunch. Steve asks, is my present in New York City? And can I get my surprise to take to lunch tomorrow?
Yo, niggas is calling little girls presents, bro, and surprises.
While the two are attempting to speak in coded language, it's hard to see this as anything other than discussing a human being, specifically a girl. We also see a correspondence
You
between-
seen the video of Epstein laughing about getting herpes in jail? Say on God they was cracking that nigga in jail. Hell nah. Epstein probably got a loose asshole, bro.
Steve and an anonymous girl. Hi, redacted. How are you today? Jeffrey Epstein is very excited about you and I meeting each other. I like that idea. Do you? After not hearing back from the girl, Steve forwarded the email chain to Epstein, informing him that the girl he had set her up with had fallen through. Not only were Steve and Epstein close, it was very clear that their relationship was heavily predicated around Jeffrey introducing him to much younger women. Now, there is no direct confirmation that any of these girls were under the age of consent.
I'm gonna be real, no. A lot of them probably weren't underage, but like, feel me? It's just a little, feel me? It's just like a little weird, gang. Like, I don't know, bro. It's just a little weird still. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Which is a fact that Steve used to his advantage in his official response. We had a brief association where
they can't all, like, most of them can't be though, Chad, because niggas saying shit like, I'm gonna take them to lunch. You think that nigga's taking a little kid to lunch, nigga? Like, come on, gang. Like, nigga, that's not happening, brother. Let's be real. That's not happening. They're not taking a little kid to lunch, gang. Wait. Why did Edward call me? Hold on. Private lunches? Oh, Ron is pulling up? Say you swear to God. Dude, why are my eyes so red? Yo, do I look like I did drugs?
Yo.
Hey, man.
Are you going to that Eid Mubarak party?
The what?
Wait, what you mean, the what?
Hold on, nigga. Going to the what?
Bro, these dudes, YBG and Arky, are talking about the Eid Mubarak party for our brother Yusuf. Alhamdulillah.
Oh.
So I'm thinking, wait, Yusuf, you guys are throwing an Eid party with Yusuf? I don't know what I'm hearing right now. They said it's an Eid Mubarak party. Yusuf's gonna be there.
Nah, apparently it's my birthday.
Okay, so wait, I'm so confused right now.
Yeah,
bro.
they just told me it's my birthday.
Me and my son have been laughing at the donation
So
law.
it's a birthday party
He's
for
not
you.
my actual son, but I've
Apparently.
been taking care of him almost his entire
Is
life.
it your birthday?
It sounds crazy,
yeah,
but
I'm
things
turning 18.
unfortunately happen in life. You
No, you're
still
not,
didn't
bro.
say
It's not
happy
your
I'm just
birthday.
birthday
kidding.
to me,
No,
lol.
bro. Happy birthday, Peter. No, my birthday was 6 months ago.
So what the fuck are they
Dude,
talking about
I don't
then
know,
today?
bro. I just got a call from YBG and he said, "Yo, bro, it's your birthday tonight." I said, "Nigga, what?" And he said, yeah, he said, you know, we're throwing you a birthday party. So I guess it's my birthday game. Well, I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
Are you going or?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Oh, you're going.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
So there's nothing Eid related about this. It's just the kickback.
No, pull up in your thobe, though. Pull up in your thobe.
What?
Nah,
I'm so confused.
pull up in your thobe, nigga. That Don Julio gonna make you act with Julio, nigga. Feel me?
Yo,
Ramadan's
Yuki got a
over,
bottle of
gang.
Henny
We
is crazy.
outside. You said what?
Bro, somebody said Yuki got a bottle of Henny, bro. For an Eid Mubarak party is crazy, bro. Hennessy, stop, bro.
Nah, I'm not drinking, bro. I'm not even going there to talk to girls, bro. I just want to talk to you. I miss you, bro.
Dude, I miss you too, bro. Yo, Dream with the sub, appreciate it. Bro, so what time are you heading there, or are you just going to wait and see?
I'm about to finish this vid. I probably got like another like 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna get ready and then talk to Saucekill and then talk to Malik and then probably go.
Damn. Okay. Are you wearing a thobe or like you just pulling up in just some?
Yeah,
chill
we're all wearing thobes.
Everybody is.
Yeah, they all bought some.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Shit, bro. I don't have a thobe. All right.
I can bring you one. I
wear
can bring
then.
you one. I can bring you one.
So we're gonna match in a sense.
I'm just kidding. We're not wearing thobes, bro. Niggas wearing normal clothes, gang. I'm just kidding. Chat, yes, y'all are all invited, bro. Look up OSCS house, nigga. Y'all all pull up.
Bro, I was so shocked when I Googled that shit. They said Google it.
Yeah, bro, nigga. That's where the party at.
Exchanged emails.
Oh, they're wild for that.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Shit. All right, then I'll see you there.
Falling through.
And then you can come over and sleep over tonight.
Possibly.
Wait, are you playing the soccer game tomorrow?
Yeah, wait, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so just come with us to the game.
Oh, shit. Okay, then. All right, sounds good. What the hell?
All
Okay.
right, bro. I'm going to see you.
All right. Peace.
All right, bro.
All right.
Chad, that's why I want him to sleep over so me and Edward can cuddle tonight. Oh, God. Wait, does their shit actually come up if you Google OSCS house or no? Like, actually? Nigga. Gang. Nigga. What the fuck? Bro. Code House on Google too. No, the hell it's not. They got 4.6 stars. They got 54 reviews. The house is very cool and very nice. They gave me a cookie. Saeed tried touching me. Okay, nice. Great. Nice. Saeed did not try touching them, bro. Bro, our shit is not on Google, bro. Hold on. This is frying me? Who the fuck is that? Yo, who the fuck is that in front of these niggas' crib? Who the fuck is that? Dead ass. Who the fuck is that? Halal face, bro. That's not what we're called, bro. And that doesn't even come up, gang. That doesn't even come up. Stop being weird, bro. That doesn't even come up. Come on, bro. Stop being weird. That's not what we're called. Ask Epstein if Chad is invited to the nigga, did you just tell me ask Epstein something? What did you just say, bro? What did you just say, bro? Come on, gang. The fuck? That's your man's? No, I don't, bro. Yo, why did somebody just message me on Instagram and say these niggas got no girls? Are we going to a setup? Is it going to be straight niggas, y'all? Is it about to be straight niggas, bro?
And Epstein close, it was very clear that their relationship was heavily predicated around Jeffrey introducing him
but
to
also, what's wrong with straight niggas? I like those guys, man. I haven't seen J-Dab in a minute. I miss J-Dab. You know what I mean? I haven't seen Redify in a minute. What's wrong with straight niggas, bro? I like those guys, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with straight niggas. You know what I'm saying?
younger women. Now, there is no direct confirmation that any of these girls
Shit gonna be
were
a
under
wiener
the age
festival?
of consent,
I'ma
which is a
bring
fact
mustard.
that Steve used to his advantage in his official response. We had a brief association where we exchanged emails about adult women, and in addition, we discussed movies, philanthropy, and investments. I did not
So chat, he said all the women were adults, so that means they were all adults, right? That's how it works. No. He said they were all adults, so that means they were all adults, right?
not take him up on any of his invitations and never went to his island. As we all know, he was a terrible person and someone I deeply regret associating with. Most of the women discussed
you know what's fucked up? Yo, gang, y'all was all pedophiles, bro. Nigga, just go to jail and stay solid. Why you switching up on your mans, nigga? That was your mans. You was just like him, bro. Take the same punishment, gang. Go to prison, bro. Go to prison, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. They switching up on that nigga, bro. Yo, go to prison with your mans, bro. Yeah, that was y'all's niggas' mans.
These emails appear to be college students.
Bang.
Ability of other individuals being
That's
underage
good,
is not
unreleased.
entirely
I'm
off
sorry,
the table.
I'm sorry,
Steve
I'm sorry.
claims to not have been aware of the terrible person that Epstein was, yet most of his interactions take place well after Jeffrey
I take
was
that back.
imprisoned.
I would switch up on my mans if he was a pedophile. I would.
2008, leaving many to speculate that more sinister behavior lies beneath the surface. Now, I have to mention that not everyone found in the Epstein files is inherently guilty of wrongdoing, and even some found themselves in headlines for what appears to be a complete misunderstanding, such as the legendary professional skateboarder Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk has been a frequent target of tabloids, as his 3 divorces in 20 years was perfect for gossip and unfounded rumors in the media. After the release of the Epstein files, people were shocked to see his love life has become the subject of media attention once again. An email sent by
Tony Hawk got married on the island and said the only way to get off the island was to take naked. What? Huh?
A threat intake officer at the FBI details an anonymous tip provided by an anonymous victim of Jeffrey Epstein. The girl claims to have been abducted at the age of 5 and was trafficked for 8 years straight, enduring unspeakable crimes at the hands of various powerful men. At age 13, she found herself on Little St. James Island, and supposedly—
Nigga, Tony Hawk is the GOAT, bro. Are you serious?
witnessed Tony Hawk getting married to one of his wives during her time on Epstein's island. Images of Tony's 2006 wedding ceremony were discovered, visibly taking place on a tropical island with beaches and palm trees. Plus, the photographer credited for capturing the ceremony was a man named Mark Epstein.
Oh, nah, gang. Oh, nah, gang. No, this shit goes deeper. Chat, you know what I found out? Y'all know the textbooks that we use in school? These textbooks? You know these textbooks? Bro, Epstein's wife, dad, was the one who made these, bro. Epstein wife dad was the one who made these books, bro. Dead ass. I'm not trolling. This why we should all boycott school and y'all should drop out of school, dead ass, and become full-time Twitch chatters. I'm not trolling.
Coincidentally, the same name of Jeffrey Epstein's brother. For many, this was all the proof they needed for the allegations to be credible. However, others see this whole thing as a misunderstanding. The wedding from 2006 was actually held in Fiji, thousands of miles away from Little St. James, and the Mark Epstein who photographed the event has no blood relation to the infamous human trafficker. Tony Hawk personally clarified in a post made to his Instagram that his first 2 weddings were held in California, his third in Fiji, and his most recent in 2015 was at the Adair Manor in Limerick, Ireland, a prestigious 5-star luxury hotel.
Tony Hawk top 5 white people,
mix-up is written in this report. She flew to Ireland for politicians and notable men. They would have sex with the young woman, and she was taken from Ireland and brought to Jeffrey Epstein's island when she was 13 years old. It's likely that the powerful men took advantage of the young girl during her stay at the hotel in Ireland, which happened to be at the exact same time that Tony Hawk was being married, and she potentially witnessed the wedding ceremony.
Adam Sandler is? How do I tell you Adam Sandler jacks Israel heavy, gang?
occurred, but since she was immediately taken to Epstein's island right after, she potentially mixed up the two events since they were in such close proximity to each other. Plus, she submitted this report 10 years after this happened. It's extremely common for victims of prolonged abuse to misremember key details, especially considering she was a child. And while Tony Hawk's situation seems to be a misunderstanding, Woody Allen's connections to Epstein are far more suspicious.
Who's Woody Allen?
Allen has been controversial long before.
Chat, who the fuck is Woody Allen? Y'all know who that is? Who the hell is that? Who's Woody Allen? Who the hell is that? Is an actor from what movie, nigga? I never heard this nigga in my life. Nigga irrelevant.
His relationship with Jeffrey Epstein was revealed. He was the subject of SA allegations by his adopted daughter Dylan Farrow, who claims he had abused her at only 7 years old. These allegations were corroborated by his now ex-wife Mia Farrow, alleging that he had also abused their son Satchel at only 5 years old. These allegations have never been proven accurate in a court of law. However, Woody's behavior with other adoptive children makes them difficult to doubt. In 1997, Woody married Mia Farrow's other adopted daughter, Soon-Yi Previn, who was only 10 years old when she first met the disgraced filmmaker.
He married his adopted stepdaughter? Wait, what? He married his stepdaughter? What the fuck?
Safe to say, people weren't all too surprised to find out that this guy was rubbing shoulders with the most notorious predator to ever exist. In September of 2025, Allen spoke with The Times where he discussed a dinner event he attended with Epstein in 2010, months after he was released from prison, claiming to be unaware of why Jeffrey was locked up. He told us he'd been in jail and that he had been, I can't remember the word, but that he'd been falsely put in jail.
Yo, didn't Jeffrey Epstein literally go to jail for being a pedo? And then niggas let him out and he was still chilling? Am I bugging?
Way. But even after learning the full truth, he still went on to describe Epstein as charming and personable. Woody seemed to be entirely unfazed that his friend was a predator, and when asked if he regretted his frequent visits to his home, he said, "Well, I'm a writer, so I don't get put off. Those dinners were fascinating, and when it was all uncovered, it becomes interesting to a writer, because then you're dealing with a kind of nefarious character on your doorstep." So basically, he thought Jeffrey was an
this is why you shouldn't be friends with actually, never mind. Yeah.
Character for a story instead of what he actually was, a horrible, disgusting criminal. Hundreds of pages of text conversations between Allen and Epstein have been made public. Some show the two setting up dinner plans, and others show discussions about an article that was released talking about his alleged assault on his stepchildren. Emails between Epstein and Woody's wife, Soon-Yi, show
niggas get mad and cancel T. Nichols for being 20 and fucking with a 17-year-old. Yeah? But won't bat an eye at a 40-year-old fucking a 19... Nigga, two things can be bad at the same time. You know that, right? Two things can be bad at the same time, right?
Epstein referring to Woody's scandal as a witch hunt. He writes, "Have to be careful. The crowd needs a witch to burn, and there are not many left." It also appears that Epstein pulled a few favors for him. In one text message, we see Woody thanking him for supposedly assisting his daughter in getting accepted to Bard College. President of Bard, Leon Botstein, rejected Epstein's
Epstein, Botstein. Dickstein, goddamn nigga,
involvement in her acceptance, calling him a serial liar who apparently took credit for the sun rising each day. Epstein also seemed to take credit for facilitating a tour of the White House for Woody and his wife in 2015 with the help of former White House counsel Kathy Rumler. While there doesn't appear to be any direct evidence of them committing crimes together, Woody Allen's personal scandals and
this is OD. Like, niggas just chat. Like, niggas let him marry his stepdaughter. Like, we not skipping over that, gang.
And clearly being friends with Epstein don't make him look any less guilty. And what you'll notice is that Epstein frequently associated with men who had their own ex-scandals, such as Brett Ratner. Brett Ratner is best known for his role as director of
Not Jackie Chan, stop. Don't even put him in a picture with this nigga, stop. Not Jackie Chan, bro, stop.
The Rush Hour trilogy.
However,
he most recently got attention as the director of Melania, a documentary following the life of the First Lady, Melania Trump. Pictures released by the Department of Justice show Ratner, Epstein, and two anonymous women all cozied up together, Ratner sporting a devious and unsettling look on his face. He responded to the photos immediately. About 20 years ago,
why'd you say Jackie Chan like that? What? Jackie Chan? What?
a girlfriend. I was in love with her. We were engaged. She was my fiance. We went to an event and we were sitting on the couch and the photo was taken at that event. I didn't have
yo, on God, like, did this nigga just want to get timed out forever? Like, this nigga dead just sits in a chat and just like gang. Like, Jesus, bro.
Personal relationship with him. I didn't know him, and that's where the picture was taken. I didn't even remember, because I'd been asked in the past,
he's
do you
dead
know
our
him?
#1 chatter? Nigga, because he just types random shit. I don't give a fuck if a nigga's chatting, they're in this bitch just spamming green emojis, bro. The fuck? What are you talking about?
And I'm like, I don't think so, because I didn't have a personal relationship with him. While Brett chalks up the photo to a chance encounter, it appears to be far from the case. In an email from 2012, a woman named Peggy said to Jeffrey Epstein, sitting next to Brett Ratner, he produced Woody's 3-hour documentary that was just shown at Cannes. We are about to see the Roman Polanski.
Yo, isn't Nicki Minaj a pedophile too, or did I make that up?
Documentary. Brett says hi and he loves you. We also see emails sent to Ratner directly, in which Epstein is trying to call him about something that has been redacted. Epstein also discussed Ratner's contact information with one of his aides, Leslie Groff, establishing a line of connection between the two. The two seem to remain close throughout the 2010s, as a meeting with Brett Ratner was found in Epstein's personal account.
Wait, can the government see your call logs from that long ago? Like who you called and shit from that long?
In 2018. However, Ratner continues to claim that he never spoke to Epstein before or after the image was taken.
And I was never been in contact with Jeffrey Epstein before that photo.
Nigga, I guess you never knew this nigga and you laid up with 2 girls hugging him in front of this nigga. Yo, this nigga a liar, gang. Niggas is liars, gang. What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
And I was never in contact with him after. So that's a picture of me and my fiance at some event.
Ratner's history certainly doesn't make him look any better.
Nigga, I don't even got pictures like that with none of my mans. Maybe it's because I don't have any girls, but still, bro.
He was accused of SA by 6 different women, as well as sexual harassment from an 18-year-old Elliot
Nigga
Page.
got 6 different allegations.
Certainly had a vested interest in associating with large names in the entertainment industry, but he also cared deeply about keeping close ties to those in the world of science and philosophy, such as Noam Chomsky. In 2023,
I'm gonna be real, yo. If you get even one allegation, niggas could lie sometimes, of course, but that's still crazy. Nigga, you get 2 allegations, gang, throw the key away, gang. You're cooked, brother. So you get 2 allegations, throw the key away,
revealing
gang. You're
a scheduled
cooked.
meeting
It be
between
niggas
himself
with 50
and
allegations,
Chomsky.
bro.
When
You
asked
got
about
2?
his relationship
Who
with
put an
Epstein by
allegation
the
on
Wall
me?
Street Journal,
You bugging.
Chomsky said in an email, first response is that it is none of your business or anyone's. Second is that I knew him and we met occasionally. This statement indicates that they were acquaintances at best. However, Noam himself has gone on record to clarify that they were much more than that. In a letter of support for Epstein, Noam writes, the impact of Jeffrey's limitless curiosity, extensive knowledge, penetrating insights.
Penetrating? You gonna use a word called penetrating to describe your mans?
And thoughtful appraisals is only heightened by his
Niggas
easy
dick riding Jeffrey Epstein,
without a
brother.
trace of
Limitless
pretentiousness.
throat.
He quickly became a highly valued friend and regular source of intellectual exchange and stimulation. Emails show Epstein inviting Noam and his wife to hang out together. Enjoyed today as always. Come to New York or the Caribbean? Noam writes, Valeria's always keen on New York.
None of y'all would suck my dick for $1,000.
Caribbean island. I have to figure out a way to work clear of endless commitments. His wife, Valeria, also directly communicated with Epstein. Apologized.
Yo, niggas be couples. The worst part is, Chad, when niggas that have kids are pedophiles. Is that shit not sad as fuck, bro? Like, that's sad as fuck, bro.
For missing his birthday and promising to have their own personal celebration the next time they meet up. However, Valeria has now publicly come out to defend herself and her husband, who is recovering from a stroke suffered in 2023. Noam and I recognize
good shit, he got a stroke, nigga. Fuck that nigga. I hope the next stroke kills him.
The gravity of Jeffrey Epstein's crimes and the profound suffering of his victims. Nothing in this statement is intended to minimize that suffering, and we express our unrestricted solidarity with the victims. She explains that they were unaware of his previous conviction of soliciting a child for prostitution and were introduced to him as a philanthropist supporting science and a financial expert.
Yo, so Chad, I forgot, how did Epstein have all that money? Like, how was he that rich?
To connect with high-profile individuals for conversations. However, Noam had spoken with Epstein about his poor reputation only months before he was arrested in 2019.
So if you have connections, you can just be rich? Israel. Oh.
I'd love your advice on how I handle my putrid press. It is spiraling out of control. Do I have someone write an op-ed, defend myself, or try to ignore it? Noam responded with, the horrible way you are being treated in the press and public. It's painful to say, but I think the best way to proceed is to ignore it.
Niggas is calling you a pedophile. Just ignore it. Yo, white niggas are... Never mind. I'm sorry!
Had plenty of experience, though of course not on this scale. Valeria claims that Noam was manipulated, and Epstein used him to help repair his reputation through positive association.
You right though? No, I'm not, bro. We got hella white niggas in this chat, bro. I jacked them. I fuck with y'all, bro.
Private jet. It's unknown where they were coming from or where they were headed, but people will only assume the worst with surrounding context. But Noam Chomsky was not the only academic to be seen associating with Epstein,
none of y'all are
such
white?
as the now deceased astrophysicist Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking's life story served as a source of inspiration.
Yo, I'll be damned if, nigga, Stephen Hawking, this nigga can't even walk, gang. Yo, this nigga can't even walk, gang. This nigga talked through a keyboard, bro. Like, bro, this nigga talks through a keyboard, gang.
He was living proof that physical limitations could never outwork perseverance and dedication.
I heard that he used to make midgets do math on a whiteboard butt-ass naked.
However, his reputation has since been destroyed as his name being associated with Jeffrey Epstein. It was revealed that Hawking visited Epstein's compound in the US Virgin Islands to attend.
Gang, she wrong, bro. Nigga, you know you don't fuck with this nigga. Yo, she wrong, bro. You know you don't fuck with this nigga, bro. What you lying for?
A conference discussing gravity. It's uncertain if any illicit activity took place during his stay, but there was a connection nonetheless. However, new details were revealed regarding Stephen Hawking in an unsealed email between Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein from 2015. Hawking was accused by Virginia Giuffre, one of the most prominent victims of Epstein's trafficking operation, of participating in an underage orgy. In the email, Epstein is seen discussing with Maxwell about offering a cash reward.
How though? How? Like, no troll shit though. How though? Like, how is that even possible? The nigga can't move, gang. How?
For any of Virginia's friends or family to disprove the claims. The claims of an orgy involving...
Like, bro, they're wrong for this, bro. Get away from this nigga. Yo, bro, like... Come on, gang, like...
Hawking only exists within this email exchange, and since now Hawking and Giuffre are both deceased, it's uncertain if there will ever be clarification.
Did Stephen Hawking have a wife or no? If he had a wife, she going to hell. Stephen Hawking wife. Nigga, he had a wife, nigga? Oh, he got married before. Oh my God. Dude. Oh, that's sad, bro. Oh, man. Wait, that's actually kind of sad, but he's a pedophile, so I don't care.
Regarding this allegation. The deeper we get into the list of names, the more vague and cryptic the...
This is the truth, yo. If you had a girl and you were married to her and then she got into a life-altering accident and her face was smashed, she was paralyzed, she couldn't speak, would you still stay with her?
Stories become. The lack of concrete evidence is good for those involved.
Y'all are
However, with
up.
less information, there is more room for speculation, and there are various names that have popped up with little context surrounding their involvement.
Understand. Bro, I'll stay with her, but she's gonna have to let me get some pussy on the side.
With Jeffrey Epstein. The most notable of these individuals is Michael Jackson, who was photographed with Epstein. The King of Pop has a long history of scandals involving his relationship with young children. While he has never been formally proven of any misconduct, theories regarding his propensities
Michael Jackson,
still remain a topic of discussion to this
timing.
day, and discourse began swirling once again with the release of this image. By all accounts, Michael Jackson's affiliation with Epstein appears to be extremely minimal. This singular photograph was taken during a film festival in Palm Beach, and Jackson was supposedly house hunting in the area when Epstein asked for a photo. One of Epstein's victims claims to have met Jackson in Epstein's mansion in Palm Beach, however stated that there was no wrongdoing to speak of. Justin Bieber is briefly mentioned in an email.
Did Justin Bieber go to Michael Jackson's crib or no? Was he too young then? I don't know if he was like famous yet, bro.
from a woman named Peggy Segal, who claims she attempted to set up a 17-year-old Bieber with a 14-year-old Haley Steinfeld. Epstein took a particular interest in Justin, especially during his run-ins with the legal system. Justin Bieber also hired one of Epstein's attorneys for one of his DUI trials, leaving a vague but present connection between them.
Yo, you pull up? Back.
Two, handfuls of other celebrities were seen photographed with Epstein, such as the lead singer of the Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger, and actor.
Who is Mick Jagger? I've heard of that nigga. Who is that? Who is Mick Jagger, nigga?
And comedian Chris Tucker, who explained that he had no idea who Epstein was, but was on his plane.
That was a humanitarian trip to Africa. I met him on that trip because it was his plane. I didn't know who plane we was getting on, but it was a whole bunch of dignitary people. We was with a delegation. Yeah, I met him, and you know, you don't know people, what they do in their private lives, so.
This would explain why Chris Tucker was photographed with Ghislaine Maxwell. However, there are some more emails that indicate a potential closer relationship with Epstein. It reads, Chris Tucker will be stopping by to see J.E. sometime.
They find Michael Jackson in a bed with kids and people still defend him. On God, yo. Nigga, Michael Jackson was sleeping in bed with kids that weren't his, and niggas be like, he was just a nice guy.
His show tonight. No exact time was given, and Chris Tucker called to say he will be in New York this Monday and wondered if you could do dinner, while his humanitarian trip to Africa.
They say, yo, I seen a nigga say, bro, the kid slept in the bed. He slept on the floor. Nigga, what?
Took place in 2002, years before Epstein was even convicted. These emails were sent after his 2008 sentencing, meaning the two remained in contact after the fact.
Mind you, Drake kissed a 17-year-old on stage and you still... See, this is what is this what about shit, nigga? What does Drake got to do with him, nigga? Fuck Drake got to do with him, gang.
Names were found in the files such as Leonardo DiCaprio, Cameron Diaz, and Bruce Willis. According to witness testimony, Epstein would frequently brag to his victims about being friends with high-profile celebrities, despite never meeting them personally.
Bro, look, I don't think it's weird. We about to dip. I don't think it's weird that he knew all of these people, a lot of them, because if you're rich, you meet other rich people. That don't mean they was your friends, bro. If you rich, you meet other rich people. That's just the truth, bro. Wait, hold on. Michael, y'all think I'm lying. Michael Jackson sleeping with kids. Look, bro. Niggas think I'm lying. This nigga said, why can't you share the bed? The most loving thing to do is to share your bed with someone. It's not sexual. We were going to sleep. Nigga, what? Gang. I don't sleep in the bed with the child. Even if I did, it's okay. I slept on the floor. Gang, what, nigga?
YouTube channel, The Plug House, and it's a whole bunch of clips from your guys' streams.
Plug House TV. There we go.
Yeah.